More and more teens searching for the perfect body, but what risks are they taking with a little nip and tuck?
A great Thanksgiving weather forecast today. Temperatures have been flirting with the 60-degree mark. How long will this warmth last? We got the forecast.
And we'll show you some of the parade that brought more than 250,000 people into the loop this morning. News at 4 is next.
This is ABC 7 News at 4, Chicago's #1 news.
A hostage standoff in the city's South Shore neighborhood. Chicago police are trying to convince a man to release 2 female hostages. Good afternoon, everyone. The standoff began at 2 this morning on the city's south side.
Neighbors say a man was angry because a child was making noise on the floor above him, and he charged into that apartment. This is all happening in the 6900 block of South Jeffrey. ABC 7's Charles Thomas live at the scene. Charles?
Ron, Karen, very early this morning, some 14 to 15 hours ago, witnesses say there were several shots fired here, but police stressed that none of those shots hit anything and that so far in this incident, no one has been injured. As you reported behind me in the 6900 block of South Jeffrey here in the South Shore neighborhood, a man is holding 2 women hostage in a second-floor apartment of a 3-flat building. Now, the gunman's first name apparently is Lance. About a half an hour ago, or about an hour ago, we should say, a woman identified by police as Lance's sister made a very public appeal to her brother to free the hostages, to end this situation, to give himself up.
Lance, we're just hoping that you come out. Okay, the police are willing to negotiate with you. They're waiting for you whenever you're ready. Everything is going to be okay. And they're going to get you everything you need, everything you're asking for. They just want you to come out and just cooperate with them, that's all.
Morning, and we're joined minutes later by the department's hostage barricade team. Crystal Watson told ABC 7's Ben Bradley the gunman, a tenant on the bottom floor, complained last night about her 11-month-old son crawling on the floor above his apartment. She said at around 1:30 or 2 o'clock a.m., the suspect kicked down her front door and pointed a gun at her and the child.
He kicked the door in. He shot at my brother-in-law close range. He fell. He told us to run with the babies. We ran out the back. He followed us. He shot 4 more times.
Others in the building, including this man and his girlfriend, were awakened by the gunshots. Soon afterward, they too were confronted by the armed suspect.
No closer than I am to you. If I ain't closed the door, I'd have been shot in the face.
Police say the suspect eventually entered another apartment in the building where he allegedly took 2 adult females hostage. Police began communicating with the man before sunrise as a heavily armed hostage barricade team surrounded the building.
What we want is a peaceful resolution to this. Thus far, there have been no injuries, and negotiations are continuing.
Now, police appear prepared to continue the siege for as long as it takes to end this situation peacefully. We should mention that we have counted 4 deputy superintendents on the scene here, as well as the chief of patrol for the Chicago Police Department and his first deputy. Those members of Chicago Police top brass here on Thanksgiving afternoon, along with dozens of other Chicago police officers trying to end this hostage situation in the 6900 block of South Jeffrey. Reporting live from the South Side, Charles Thomas, ABC 7 News. Ron, back to you.
All right, thank you, Charles. Fire claimed the life of a man in Chicago's Bridgeport community. Investigators believe a space heater started the fire just after 11 last night in the 3200 block of South Green. Firefighters were able to put the flames out quickly. The victim is identified as Ray Stroh. He was in his 80s. His body was found in a back room on the first floor. Fire officials say there were no working smoke detectors in that home. This morning, fire officials returned to the neighborhood to hand out smoke detectors. They went door to door talking to neighbors about how crucial essential those smoke detectors are to saving lives. We'd like to remind you that ABC 7 and the Chicago Fire Department have teamed up for a program called Operation Save a Life. We have suggestions on our website designed to protect you and your family in a fire. Go to abc7chicago.com and click on Operation Save a Life. A former death row inmate who was once 2 days away from execution is scheduled to appear in court today to face battery charges. A woman told Kankakee County Police that Anthony Porter hit her with a glass bottle and cut her face. He then allegedly tried to run away and jumped out a window to escape authorities, but they caught him a few blocks away. Porter spent 17 years on death row after being convicted of a double murder. His conviction was overturned after another man confessed to those crimes.
On this Thanksgiving Day 2006, Americans from coast to coast are giving thanks. There were parades, marathons, and turkey being consumed by the ton. ABC's Yunji Denise reports.
Wet and windy weather meant balloons at the 80th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade floated a little lower, but spirits were still high in New York City.
Oh, excited and happy! Oh my God!
Parades in Philadelphia, Chicago, and Detroit shined under clear skies. Farther south, instead of floats, runners took center stage at the Atlanta Marathon. Spending a morning running means turkey preparations have to happen a little earlier.
Well, I was up late last night cooking everything, getting ready for the holidays, but just pure adrenaline. It was fun. It was lots of fun.
Across the country in Anaheim, California, volunteers served more than 20,000 needy people at the annual Casa Garcia Free Thanksgiving Feast. Frank Garcia began this tradition in 1985.
All those people, you know, they have to be here and have company, companion with us and eat with us so they can see what Thanksgiving is all about.
And across the world in Afghanistan and Iraq, American troops took in a taste of home, remembering family thousands of miles away.
I hope and pray that they will enjoy their Thanksgiving and that they'll continue to keep us in prayer.
The President and First Lady are at Camp David enjoying the holiday. Their menu is pretty similar to what most Americans will enjoy: roasted turkey, cornbread dressing, and pumpkin pie. Yunji Denise, ABC News, Atlanta.
And here in the Chicago area, the needy are being remembered on this holiday. Breakfast was served this morning at the Chicago Christian Industrial League's new location on Roosevelt. Disadvantaged residents of the North Lawndale neighborhood dined on a hearty breakfast of eggs, sausage, and biscuits. The Industrial League also offered lunch a little later in the day.
If turkey doesn't make you too sleepy, you can get a head start on your holiday shopping. Several retailers open their doors today, among them Walmart Supercenters and CompUSA. Sears and Amazon.com are offering special Turkey Day deals online. A spokesperson for the National Retail Federation says many stores are trying to take advantage of the fact that after eating, a lot of families are looking for some entertainment. And shopping after a big holiday dinner may not be such a bad idea.
No, we got the perfect weather for it. Mike Kaplan is out on State Street. Mike?
Well, I'll tell you what, Ron and Karen, I'm not sure if anything is open downtown here right in front of our studio, but we still have a great-looking group of people out here. Happy Thanksgiving. Now, Steve, you have not had your turkey dinner yet, have you?
Not yet.
You live in the city?
Yes, I do.
Who's cooking it for you?
Maybe me.
Maybe. Have you got the turkey thawed yet?
No.
You're in trouble, Steve. Have you ever cooked a turkey before?
No.
You got to thaw it first.
Okay.
Steve will be having his Thanksgiving dinner next Tuesday. The rest of these folks hopefully have already had something to eat. The weather has been perfect today, just as we expected. The satellite picture showing a few high, thin clouds streaming in from the west. But generally speaking, it has been a perfect day. Temperatures have been close to 60 all day. Right now, cooling off a little bit. 52 at O'Hare, 59 in Moline, 60 degrees at St. Louis. And some good news, we're going to keep these mild temperatures here for quite a while. But when it ends with a bang. We'll talk more about that in the extended forecast coming up. Ron and Karen, back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Mike. The outlook is grim for a former Russian spy who believed he had been poisoned by his own government. Doctors in London say there's been a dramatic deterioration in the condition of Alexander Litvinenko. They also say they have not determined the cause of his illness. At first, doctors thought he was poisoned by a metal toxin or radiation, but they now say that may not be the case. A friend of Litvinenko says Litvinenko's heart stopped overnight and that he is now on life support.
In Beirut, thousands of mourners attended the funeral of a Lebanese leader who was killed on Tuesday. Pierre Gemayel was gunned down while driving through a Beirut suburb. His allies blame Syria for the assassination. They're lashing out against Lebanon's president, who's a Syria supporter. Gemayel's father is promising an investigation into his son's death.
We will not be comfortable until investigation and justice achieved against those who committed a crime against us, against our beloved ones, against our sons, and against Lebanon.
Gemayel is the 6th anti-Syrian figure killed in Lebanon in the last 2 years.
They were given a free home because members of a church thought they needed one. Coming up on the news at 4, find out what the couple did with that home that has outraged parishioners.
And later in today's Connect with Kids segment, advice on teaching your child diversity and how not to be prejudiced.
And on the health beat, the surprising number of teenagers going in for a little nip and tuck.
The holidays are coming, and you know what that means? Calories. Prepare to burn them off during the Great Escapes Great Fitness Sale. It's our annual fitness event where you'll save hundreds on Bowflex, Nautilus, Trimline, and Schwinn. Save up to $400 on the #1 rated Bowflex treadmills. Prices starting as low as $5.99. 20 to 40% off on all ellipticals. Save thousands on floor model spas from Sundance, Jacuzzi, and Cal Spas. Take it home today and make no payments until 2008. Only at the Great Escape.
Escape your everyday. Shop the Great Escape.
For over 100 years, Merck scientists have produced vaccines and medicines that have improved the quality of life for millions of patients. And that record of achievement continues today as our 8,000 scientists conduct exciting new research to develop medicines that prevent and treat diseases like diabetes, Alzheimer's, and cancer. Here at Merck, we have always believed that the process of discovering new medicines has to include rigorous scientific research conducted under high standards of ethical behavior. Meeting those high standards is at the heart of who we are and how we do business. And those principles aren't new. They are the same ones that have guided our scientists and people every day since George Merck founded our company in 1891. And why all of us here continue to proudly say, Merck is where patients come first, where you come first.
It's Value City's After Thanksgiving Doorbusters, Friday 5 a.m. to noon only. Save 20 to 90% off department store prices on Diamond Accent tennis bracelets, $14.99. Men's winter fleece tops, $5.99. DVD VCR combos, $49.99. And all designer fragrances, 20% off. Plus, the first 500 customers of Value City get $10 off a $20 purchase. It all starts Friday at 5 a.m. Value City.
Wheel of Fortune tonight at 6:30 on ABC 7.
Salma Hayek, the new It Girl she wants you to meet.
I just completely fell in love with her.
By Forrest Whitaker has me and Oscar buzzing. And the latest from Grammy winner John Legend, Tomorrow's Oprah.
Tomorrow at 9 on ABC 7.
A couple who left New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina is now accused of selling a house that was given to them. A church in Memphis bought a $75,000 house and gave it to Joshua and Dolores Thompson and their children. The church says the only stipulation was that the family agree to relocate permanently to Memphis. But a Memphis TV station reports the couple never moved into the house. They've sold it, planned to take the money and move back to New Orleans.
Take it up with God.
Take it up with God?
Yeah, okay. Well, where are we going to take it up at? Okay, but take it to court. I agree with him. Take it up with God. I definitely agree with him, and I have a sneaking suspicion about what the results of that might be.
Well, the church members say they hope to get the money back, but so far they've not heard from the family.
A community remembers a 92-year-old woman shot and killed by police in what may be a case of mistaken identity. A vigil was held in Atlanta last night for Catherine Johnston. On Tuesday, she died in a shootout with police. They went to Johnston's home with a drug-related search warrant. She opened fire when officers tried to get in. Neighbors say officers had the wrong house. 3 officers were injured, and area residents say she only kept the gun for self-defense. Massachusetts residents living near a chemical plant that exploded are expected to return to their homes tomorrow. The explosion happened early Wednesday morning. The force of the blast shattered windows in many nearby homes. 10 people were injured and about 100 homes were damaged. The entire neighborhood was evacuated. The plant makes ink and solvents, but officials say there's no risk of toxic fumes escaping into the air.
Michael Richards' racist tirade at a comedy club over the weekend may not have been the first such incident. Carol Ocean and J.P. Fillett say they were at the Improv Comedy Club in Los Angeles to see Richards in April. They say a man in the audience said something, and Richards fired back with a verbal attack against Jewish people, much like the racial slurs he uttered toward 2 black men at the Laugh Factory over the weekend.
You're the reason Jesus is killed, and he's ranting and raving.
Since his rant, Richards has hired a crisis management expert to deal with the situation, and he talked to Reverend Jesse Jackson. His publicist says Richards is Jewish and that anti-Semitic remarks are often part of his act.
Well, we had sunshine out there and not snow. Temperatures near 60, not 40. Could this really be November? This is a live look from Sears Cam, looking west at a beautiful sunset out there. Mike Kaplan looks ahead to our long holiday weekend, and that's next on the news at 4.
And then coming up at 4:30, the toys that best challenge your child's imagination. We'll look at the winners in the fantasy category from our Great American Toy Test.
You can store all this at Public Storage and pay just $1 for the first month's rent. You can store all this at Public Storage and still pay just $1 for the first month's rent. You can even store all this at Public Storage and still pay just $1 for the first month's rent. Call 1-800-44-STORE now. Offer ends soon.
One reason to come to Steak and Shake is our service. Let's break that word down. Serve. At Steak and Shake, we come to your table to take your order, cook your order to order, then bring you your order. Ice.
Steak and Shake, famous for steak burgers.
Pop quiz. What compact sedan gets up to 34 miles per gallon, has more power and space than Corolla, and starts at just $13,775? Is it A, the Kia Spectra, B, the Kia Spectra, C, the Kia Spectra, or D, all of the above? Correct! You picked the Kia Spectra, and with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, there really is no other choice. Hurry in and get $1,500 cash back on the award-winning Kia Spectra, the best value on the road.
Hi, I'm ABC7's Tracy Butler.
And I'm Bill Campbell.
Help us fight empty plates this holiday season and feed the hungry with the ABC7 and Dominic's annual holiday food drive.
Just stop by your local Dominic's and drop off non-perishable food items in the designated collection bins or donate depository dollars at checkout. The Greater Chicago Food Depository then distributes the food to those in need.
Join ABC7, Dominic's, and the Greater Chicago Food Depository in the fight against hunger.
I guess this is in the category of bonus weather because each day you've kind of extended the mild spell a little farther.
It had looked like earlier this week, cooler air had come in over the weekend. We knocked temperatures back a little bit. It's not going to happen. Good. So we are protracting the pain that, believe me, is coming about a week from today. Temperatures will be about 25 degrees colder than they were today. So get ready for that. But between now and then, we've got some mild weather, a beautiful sunset taking place right now. And on today's meteorological menu, I don't know what you're serving at your house, but we have an extra helping of warmth with a side order of sunshine. It has been deluxe day today, type of weather you seldom see on Turkey Day here in Chicago. So it has, as Ron said, been a real bonus for us today to enjoy this. Temperature now out at O'Hare is 52. The air still very dry. Barometric pressure 3021. A slight east component to the wind. That has made temperatures a little bit cooler along the lakefront. You'll see that reflected when I show you the area numbers. 57 so far out at O'Hare. May have gotten to 58 or 59 between hours. A very cold start to the day, 30 degrees, so that's a big warm-up when you get a 27-degree rise in temps with the low sun angle. We're doing well. 49 at the lakefront. There's that slight cooling there compared with 56 at Midway, 53 at Algonquin, 59 now in Kankakee, where highs made it into the low 60s this afternoon with uninterrupted sunshine. Now, as we showed you from our Sears cam, there are some cirrostratus clouds coming in from the west. No problem with those. They'll just decorate the sky later tonight and also tomorrow. So tomorrow not as sunny as today. The trouble spots up in the northeast and the northwest, rain, gusty winds. It's a mess. Anybody coming in and out of New York City, Boston, even Philly earlier. Then the other trouble spot out in the Cascades of Oregon and Washington, rain and some heavy snow, up to 2 feet of snow possible up above about 2,500 feet out there in the mountains of the Great Pacific Northwest. But for us, high pressure in control. Storm system staying way to the north of us for the time being. This little weak cool front drops in for Saturday. We don't have to worry about that. Maybe a patch of cloud cover. We'll see an increase in that anyway with the front, but temperatures staying well above average for the next several days. Tomorrow, we'll go for another 57 high, 76 at Dallas, 69 in Atlanta. Even the southeast beginning to warm up after a very cold week there for them. But speaking of cold, here's what we have on tap. This is next Wednesday night. The coldest air of the season so far is coming in here. Maybe some snow at the end of a rain event Wednesday night into Thursday. Thursday's highs will be hard pressed to get to freezing around here. Keep that in mind when you see what's coming up for the next few days. Partly cloudy, not too cold tonight, 34 in the western burbs, 41 downtown. Tomorrow, another beautiful day. Not as sunny as today, but still mild with a high of 57 degrees. We will keep it well into the 50s as we go Saturday and Sunday. But by Monday and Tuesday, we're going to get a little bit of rain in here. And then Wednesday, there's that transition day with rain changing to snow at night. Thursday's high, no better than 32. And the overnight lows will be dipping in the teens in the suburbs. So probably a 3-day shot of cold air coming in here at the end of next week.
We know it's coming, but it's still going to be a shock to the system.
But between now and then, this is good.
Hang on to it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike. A couple of turkeys flew to California to be grand marshals of the Thanksgiving parade at Disneyland. President Bush pardoned Flyer and Fryer yesterday, keeping them from becoming part of somebody's Thanksgiving dinner. From the White House, they went straight to the airport to fly to Disneyland. Frankly, we don't know where the turkeys go after that.
Well, it may be best to start teaching your child about diversity early in life. Details next in our Connect with Kids report.
And then at 5 o'clock tonight, some of television's biggest stars recall their Chicago memories.
But first, here are today's winning lottery numbers.
Weather on ABC 7 brought to you by ComEd.
This Friday, you can try to find a parking spot at the mall, or you can just come to Lowe's. We have all sorts of great gift ideas, like this 18-volt Black & Decker cordless drill. Real handy, comes with a radio, too, just $39. And who can't use a 12-gallon shop vac? 29 bucks. And if you ring up more than $299 on a Lowe's consumer credit card, pay nothing until January 08. So get to Lowe's early this Friday, or show up later. There'll be a space or two left, I'm sure.
Lowe's, let's build something together.
This weekend, we're giving you something to celebrate. It's the weekend sale at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Save 15% Friday 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Save 10% 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And 8% through Monday. You'll save big on everything in the store. Hurry in, sale ends Monday at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries.
Hey, you have Comcast. Enlighten me.
You know that feeling of being connected to a universal bliss exploding with energy that as it explodes inward creates dimensions of bliss within itself?
I still have a dish. Order the Comcast Triple Play. Phone, internet, and cable TV. Just $33 each per month for 12 months when you get all three.
Are you enlightened?
Call 1-888-4-BEST-TV.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Outlander. Out everything. Everything.
I was walking down the street. I saw a poster.
Welcome back, and not everyone is stacked out in front of their TVs. These folks want to come and see the real thing and outside our State Street studio. Hello, everyone, and happy Thanksgiving. And now to our today's Connect with Kids report, embracing diversity. It can sometimes be hard for adults, but it may be easier for children if you teach them early in life that people don't have to look the same or have the same beliefs. ABC 7's Judy Sue explains.
A new study from England concludes parents can help raise children free of stereotypes and prejudice if they simply let their kids get to know children from around the world through the pages of a book.
What do you think it's going to be about?
In this book, an African-American boy meets his Japanese friend and her grandmother in the park.
This is origami, Keiku's grandmother said, the Japanese art of folding paper.
According to English research, when a child reads a book with a main character who has a friend of a different race, the result is the child is also more likely to make friends with someone of a different race.
I think it makes them more accepting, more open, more understanding.
Books can help kids travel beyond their own neighborhood, where often everyone looks the same.
When children are limited and they only are around their culture, that's the only thing they know. And they become very frightened and they become very indifferent, if not downright prejudiced of people of other cultures, of other races.
When kids read stories about other cultures, they are more likely to spot positive qualities in people who look different from them. At this daycare, the books spark conversation.
They'll look around, they might say, you know, you have really light skin or you have really dark skin. You know, they might say that to their friends as they're reading the book.
Reading about other cultures is easier if parents make the books available.
Many times as parents, we're the ones buying the books. So it really says something about our own stereotypes and we only buy certain type books. So what we have to do is understand, for my child's sake, I need to have some diversity.
Holidays are a good way to introduce your child to different religions and cultures. If they have a friend who celebrates different holidays, you can explain how different does not mean better or worse. For Connect with Kids, I'm Judy Sue, ABC 7 News.
The study appeared in a recent publication of the journal Child Development. For a closer look at this study, go to our website, abc7chicago.com, go to News, and then click on Connect with Kids.
Still ahead here on the ABC 7 News, 1 adult and 5 teens seriously injured in a car crash in the southwest suburbs.
Thousands turn out for Chicago's annual Thanksgiving Day parade in the Loop this morning.
On the health beat, many teenagers say plastic surgery actually helps boost their self-confidence, but are they too young for it?
If you're looking for toys to stimulate your child's imagination, we'll have some suggestions from the Great American Toy Test.
Luna is the proud sponsor of Spanish closed captioning on ABC 7 News.
Put Luna on your holiday guest list. Call for up to $500 off beautiful new floors. 773-202. Luna.
If you've had a heart attack that reduced how well your heart pumps, hear this. Your heart medications may not be enough protection. Coreg is FDA approved to increase your chance of survival when taken over time. Adding Coreg to your current treatment can help prevent another heart attack. Coreg reduces your heart's workload to help it pump better. That should be music to your ears.
Coreg is not for everyone, including people prone to asthma, certain heart rhythm problems, slow heart rate, or liver problems. Once you start Coreg, you should continue as directed by your doctor. Patients who abruptly stop may experience chest pain or an increased risk of heart attack. In some cases, patients may experience dizziness or faintness when starting Coreg. You should avoid driving or hazardous tasks if this occurs.
Ask your doctor if Coreg is right for you. Adding Coreg adds cardio protection.
Give me a slice of the good life. Give me a slice of the good life. Give me a slice of the good life. Baker Square.
ABC 7 News at 4 continues.
Thousands of people lined State Street this morning to watch the city's annual Thanksgiving Day parade. Marching bands and giant balloons and dancers and other crowd pleasers. It was a grand show. And you know who? Santa even made his first appearance of the season. And this year, the weather really did cooperate.
No one seemed to mind standing outside for 2 hours on this Thanksgiving. They were entertained by the holiday spectacle that started at Congress and finished up at Randolph. ABC 7's Leah Hope has more.
The holiday season steps off on State Street. This morning, thousands of performers took to the street for the McDonald's Thanksgiving Day Parade. This is the 73rd year for Chicago's traditional Thanksgiving Day Parade. And this year, parade goers got a nice surprise, a sunny day with mild temperatures.
Oh, I love it. It's so warm out and beautiful, and it's just a great day.
This was especially nice for those visiting from southern cities.
Actually, I think we're probably about the same temperature as Atlanta this morning.
It's okay. It's not as bad. It's about the same weather as home.
But the real spectacle was the action on the street. Up high, there were favorites for the younger set. Ernie and Bert took a ride down State Street, and Elmo had his own fan club waiting for him. This parade was truly family-friendly, with comfortable temperatures and attractions for young and old.
You can see moms and dads, brothers and sisters coming to the parade, sitting down with each other, and you see people from all different parts of the country coming together to, unite. It's just a great time to get together.
It's just good to see, everyone in the holiday spirit.
And it's always nice when the parade has a personal connection. Some lining State Street came to support friends and relatives performing in the parade.
My grandson is in the parade today, and he's graduating, and this will be my first time seeing him in a parade.
The parade was expected to draw hundreds of thousands to downtown Chicago. There were already thousands from across the country performing in the parade, and it seems the nice weather brought even more people downtown to start their Thanksgivings on State Street. Along State Street, Leah Hope, ABC 7 News.
And members of several faiths came together on the University of Chicago campus for a Thanksgiving celebration. The Chicago Children's Choir led the congregation in song. Readings came from Christians, Hindus, Jews, Muslims, and members of other faiths. This is the 92nd annual Interfaith Thanksgiving service at Rockefeller Memorial Chapel. An early Thanksgiving dinner was served up at the Haymarket Center on West Washington. An estimated 650 people ate a hearty meal starting about 10:30 this morning. Haymarket was founded in 1975 by Monsignor Ignatius McDermott and Dr. James West. The Substance Abuse Treatment Center has grown to serve more than 16,000 clients a year.
One Northwest suburban retailer is one of a few stores giving people an early start with their holiday shopping. The Kmart in Norridge is open today, and hundreds of shoppers are taking advantage of it. Some are stocking up on Christmas gifts, while others picked up last-minute items for Thanksgiving. The Kmart in Norridge is scheduled to remain open until 9 tonight, and it'll open bright and early tomorrow morning for those day after Thanksgiving shoppers at 6 a.m.
You know, it wouldn't be Thanksgiving without the State Street Parade in Chicago, and then There's that Macy's thing in New York as well. The trademark balloon characters were flying this morning, but they were kept lower than usual because of windy weather. There was a last-minute decision to let them fly despite the blustery winds. Grover, Pikachu, and other famous faces joined the dozens of smaller balloons and bands and celebrities. Last year, you may recall, a balloon broke off a lamppost and sent debris down on spectators. Today, New York's emergency managers kept a close watch on everything because of the rain and wind there.
Iraqi television reported that Vice President Cheney was in Baghdad for the holiday, but the White House has denied those reports. The administration says Cheney's only travel plans are for tomorrow, when he'll go to Saudi Arabia. He'll meet with that country's leader on Saturday. President Bush and the First Lady are spending Thanksgiving at Camp David. They left the White House yesterday. This morning, the president made phone calls to some members of the military. One of those he called was Marine Corporal Stephen Lanham, Jr., who's stationed in Okinawa, Japan. The Associated Press reports that his family lives in Arlington Heights. The president wished Lanham and the others a happy Thanksgiving and thanked them for their service to the country.
American troops in Iraq tried to follow Thanksgiving tradition by enjoying turkey, but for many Iraqis, it was a day of violence. A series of attacks made this one of the deadliest days for civilians since the war began. ABC's Andrea Canning has the story.
Iraqis are reeling over one of the deadliest attacks since the war began nearly 4 years ago. A series of car bombs in Sadr City killed more than 150 people and injured more than 200. The area is home to radical anti-American Shiite cleric Muqtada al-Sadr. One Sunni leader made a plea to his fellow Iraqis, saying, quote, "In the name of God, I ask you to do your best to calm things down." But the Shiites responded immediately to the suspected Sunni Arab militant attack, targeting Baghdad's holiest Sunni shrine. More sectarian fighting broke out in the region when Sunni insurgents attacked the Shiite-controlled health ministry. Baghdad is now under an indefinite curfew, and with many fearing civil war, the Iraqi prime minister announced he will sit down for the first time with insurgent groups in his most concerted effort yet to quell the sectarian war. Nearly 150,000 U.S. troops in Iraq are spending Thanksgiving in the volatile battleground. Many U.S. troops are on at least their second deployment, spending about 2 years away from home.
It's a hard time during the holidays, but, you know, it's doable. I'm here with my soldiers, and this is my family away from home.
Also Thursday, the U.S. military announced the deaths of 3 Marines killed in Anbar province. So far this month, at least 54 American service members have lost their lives in Iraq. Andrea Canning, ABC News, Washington.
At the Vatican, 2 of the world's top religious leaders met and prayed together. Today, the Pope and the Archbishop of Canterbury acknowledged there are serious obstacles to face before Catholics and Anglicans can have closer ties. Those churches split in the 16th century. 40 years ago, efforts to improve relations began. Today, both admit there are still major issues between the religions. Still ahead here on the news at 5, residents have something more to be thankful for in New Orleans. Their movie has made it to the big screen.
And a little later, we'll tell you about some toys that will be winners this holiday season. More results from the Great American Toy Test.
And later on the Health Beat, many self-conscious teens are turning to cosmetic surgery.
Check out the capable and versatile compact SUV Ford Escape during Ford's year-end event. Let's get it started. Car-like handling, intelligent 4-wheel drive, and Escape offers great features like power moonroof, premium sound, the luxury of leather, and no other SUV in America gives you better gas mileage, 36 miles per gallon. Let's get it started. Get an Escape with $3,000 cash back, or choose 0% plus $1,000 bonus cash, only during Ford's year-end event.
What are you doing?
Getting ready for my test.
A test? What subject?
Cholesterol.
Are you nervous?
Well, last time I didn't do so great.
You?
Yeah, but I'm getting extra help.
Cheerios is the only leading cold cereal proven to lower cholesterol.
Grandpa, I hope you score 100 on your test.
Well, I'm shooting for something like 190.
Tonight at 8.
What is going on over there?
You can't miss a single minute.
That's just words you're under arrest.
Of the episode that will keep your heart pounding.
Good morning.
You slept where?
in your arms.
And all new Ugly Betty starting at 8/7 Central. Then on TV's #1 show, a Grey's Anatomy event so big it can't be contained.
Hold on!
In a single hour.
I need a stretcher, please.
Ugly Betty, followed by Grey's Anatomy. All new tonight starting at 8/7 Central, only on ABC.
I once said to my kids, what I do is tell people stuff. That's understanding the events that have occurred and why did it happen? How did it happen? How did it go down? What's the backstory? That's what's important.
I'm Judy Sue.
I'm Jose Sanders, Smart 5 a.m. Let the shopping begin. We're live with the Black Friday Early Birds.
Plus the incredible guitar music of Mariel Anderson live.
All tomorrow, along with weather and traffic on the 7s beginning at 5 a.m.
A 20-year-old man and 5 teenagers were hurt in a crash in the southwest suburbs. Police say the driver was drunk. It happened about 2:30 this morning in Palos Hills. Police were checking out reports of a suspicious vehicle. Investigators say when an officer tried to stop the car, the driver sped away. Police chased the car but then called off the pursuit. The driver lost control and flipped the car over. 20-year-old Terrence Jones was driving. Police say he was seriously injured and may lose a hand. The 5 teens were all treated for injuries and released. Jones faces several charges, including DUI. Police say he has an outstanding arrest warrant from DeKalb County.
Devon Avenue remains closed this afternoon between Western and Rockwell. An early morning fire destroyed a building there and damaged several businesses. Dozens of firefighters were called to this incident in the 2500 block of West Devon. It happened just after 4 a.m. It appears the fire started in a business on the first floor of the West Rogers Park building and then spread to the apartments above. Parts of that building caved in. Residents from the apartments did get out and no one was hurt. Investigators say they don't yet know how the fire started. Businessman Larry Warner will serve his prison sentence at a facility in West Virginia. Warner was convicted, along with former Governor George Ryan, of racketeering and other corruption charges. Both have appealed their convictions, though Warner is scheduled to report to prison on January 16th, and he's now scheduled to report to a minimum security facility in Glenville, West Virginia. Ryan is to report to prison on January 4th, but the location has not been announced.
2 Ohio high school students could be expelled for making counterfeit money. Cleveland police say the students used a scanner, a computer, and high-quality paper to make fake $20 bills. Authorities say 14 of the bills were used at a charity event. One bill was used to buy funnel cake at a county fair, another to buy chocolate milk at school. Police started investigating when parents alerted them to rumors about counterfeit money being passed around at school.
It was a bad idea, but I'll tell you that they came out with a pretty good product.
3 other students are accused of spending the fake money. They all could face criminal charges.
The spotlight is back on New Orleans. A new film is out, and it was shot in Louisiana. Denzel Washington's Deja Vu opened this week. It's about an alcohol, tobacco, firearms agent investigating a ferry explosion in New Orleans. The movie was shot in the spring as the city was still recovering from Hurricane Katrina, and residents say the movie helped in that recovery.
Jobs are created, and certainly local people take part in the film industry, and I think that it's very important for the city.
Sending a message back to Hollywood and New York and the rest of the country that, we're making films in Louisiana again and making big films.
The filmmakers briefly considered shooting in other port cities, but when they decided on New Orleans, they rewrote part of the script to incorporate the damage from the hurricane.
There's driving while intoxicated, and there's even boating while drunk. But an upstate New York man is facing an unusual variation of those. David Dasher is accused of mowing while intoxicated. A deputy sheriff spotted the man aboard his riding mower. He was carrying an open can of beer as he rolled down the street. Officers not only cited him with the DUI charge, they also got him for littering. Still to come on the Health Beat, many teens want picture-perfect bodies, and they're turning to plastic surgery. But is it a good idea?
In sports, teams gearing up for the state high school football championships this weekend.
It's trade-in time at Walter E. Smith Furniture, where your old furniture is worth money.
Right now, you can trade in your old furniture toward new furniture from Walter E. Smith. Get $200 for your old sofa, $80 for a chair, $200 for your dining room table, and your new furniture will arrive in time for the holidays.
And during our trade-in sale, we'll even haul your old furniture away for free.
Out with the old, in with the new. Sale ends November 30th.
Announcing the Subaru All-Wheel Deal year-end clearance, because now is the best time to get a new Subaru Legacy or Impreza. Come in for a great deal on an Impreza. For a limited time, lease one for $179 per month. The Legacy and Impreza, both with the highest possible crash test rating and the safety of road gripping all-wheel drive standard to help avoid accidents.
Every day is a winding road.
Lease one for $179 per month. Hurry in, offers are ending soon.
Chopper 7 HD. Chicago's first and only HD News helicopter. Clearer picture, sharper detail, with or without an HD set. Chopper 7 HD. Only on ABC 7 News.
Friday at 10. Sizzling, sauteing, serving, touching, and tasting. ABC 7's Steve Dolinsky shows you how to get your hands on some delicious Ethiopian food. The Hungry Hounds Friday Night Special, Friday at 10.
Sports on ABC 7. Brought to you by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick dealers. Buick, beyond precision.
It's the perfect gift. Featuring the simplest voice-guided navigation system, great gas mileage, all backed by the best coverage in America, so you can buy with confidence. This holiday season, new Buick models come nicely wrapped with a beautiful red tag. The Red Tag event. The price on the tag is the price you'll pay. See some red, save some green. The Red Tag event. Visit ChicagoBuickDealers.com today.
The plastic surgery craze has hit the younger generation. Some teens want perfect faces and bodies to die for, just like the big stars they admire.
A recent survey found that 40% of teens say they want plastic surgery, and more than 300,000 have gone under the knife. ABC 7 Health Beat reporter Sylvia Perez has more on this growing trend.
Perfect faces, perfect bodies. Now teens are going to extremes to get the perfect look. Rita Demetrio dreams of being a model. At age 18, she went under the knife, getting bigger breasts, a smaller butt, stomach, thighs, and a new nose.
I would look in the magazines, especially like the Playboy models, and I would see how pretty they are and everything, and I want to be like that.
Rita is not alone in her quest for a model body.
I want to be in like the fashion industry and music industry, and, you know, looks matter a lot.
Kyla Broderick believes her nose job and breast implants have given her more confidence. But Dr. Leonard Hochstein says there's a risk of disappointment.
What raises a red flag is somebody who believes that this is going to change their life.
Teens may also fix one part of their body and then fixate on another part.
They can start to experience a body dysmorphic disorder where they start focusing on other slight idiosyncrasies, wanting more surgery.
Physical risks include scarring, implant rupturing, trouble breastfeeding, and inaccurate mammograms. But some say the risks are worth it.
I love myself. I think, you know, I have my self-esteem boost.
But the bill isn't so pretty. Kyla spent over $5,000 and Rita's plastic surgery totaled $11,000. For Health Beat, Sylvia Perez, ABC 7 News.
Sylvia points out that there's no legal age limit for plastic surgery. However, breast enlargement or liposuction should not be done before the age of 18. Nose jobs are safe for anyone 13 or older. Now we're going to get the latest on our forecast.
Mike Kaplan's in the Weather Center. Michael?
Ron, and Karen, this has to rank in maybe the top 5 or 10% of all Thanksgivings here in Chicago. The weather today, we dialed it in just right. Lots of sunshine, a few high, thin clouds from time to time, but temperatures soared close to 60 degrees in most places. It's just the type of stuff you don't see that often this time of year, so we are very, very fortunate, and it is not over yet. We've got some more mild air to enjoy for the next few days. Temperatures currently 52 out at O'Hare, 46 in Traverse City and Rhinelander, 52 at Minneapolis. That's unusually warm for them, too. 62 in Omaha. Now, overnight tonight, we will see a few high, thin clouds streaming in from the west. No big deal for that unless you happen to be an astronomer. And tomorrow, we'll see a little bit more in the way of filtered sunshine, but temperatures once again will be well into the 50s. The trouble spots, the northeast and the northwest. That's that same storm that produced all kinds of nasty weather in the Carolinas earlier this week, dumping rain in New York, Boston, and southern New England right now. And then it is rain with mountain snow in the Pacific Northwest. Winter storm warnings in effect. Up to 2 feet of snow could accumulate in the Cascades. For us tonight, high clouds, but not too cold. Temperatures will be between 34 and should be 41, up to 57 tomorrow. Mid-50s will do it Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, for that matter, with a little bit of rain coming in. And then Wednesday, it all goes north as Canadian air blasts in here and really makes a profound change from where we will have been. But today, perfect. Ron, Karen, back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mike. Coming up on the news at 5, interim Cook County Board President Bobby Steele makes a big revelation about her political future, and it involves her son.
Also, sailors in the Great Lakes Naval Center have someone to celebrate the holiday with, thanks to some generosity.
And in the Consumer Corner, find out if people are going to spend as much money on gifts this holiday season. Those stories and more coming up at 5.
Time now for sports. ABC 7's Jim Rose is here. James?
Hi, there's a lot of Turkey Day football happening, and I'm still thinking about Sunday's game at Foxborough between the Bears and the New England Patriots. Bears went back to work this afternoon. Hopefully that Thanksgiving dinner won't drag them down too much before they take on the Patriots at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough on Sunday. They continued their workouts up at Hallis Hall in Lake Forest today. You know, there's been constant pressure on the quarterback, Rex Grossman, constant pressure from opposing defenses and the press, and he was asked if he's going to be able to enjoy his Turkey Day.
Yeah, I enjoy it, man. I'm a quarterback in the NFL. This is my dream. I mean, I'm going to work hard and have fun and you know, go out there and just play my game. It's not something where I'm not going to enjoy Thanksgiving. You know, I mean, this is a great opportunity. We're 9-1. This is you know, against the Patriots, our third road game. I mean, you know, I know the passing game wasn't as good as it should have been last week, but we're not all like tight and nervous. We know what we can do. We know our capabilities, and we're going to go out there and you know, again on a national stage at a big game, hopefully show what we can do.
I like that young man's quiet confidence. Turkey Day tradition continued in Detroit. Lions host the Dolphins. Former quarterback of the Lions, Joey Harrington, who was run out of the Motor City by Dre Bly in his mouth, and it's Harrington with the last laugh to Marty Booker. Touchdown. The Dolphins grow the Lions 27-10. Now, while most kids are off at school today, some are still slogging it out on the football field. You see, this weekend is the state football finals. In 4A, it's Addison Driscoll looking for their 6th straight title. Lake Zurich will take on St. Rita in the 7A matchup, while the big match up in 8A has top-ranked Wheaton Warrenville South taking on the perennial powerhouse, the Mount Carmel Caravan. And the Caravan will be the underdog this Saturday, but there is nothing small about this private Catholic school on the south side. I talked to their legendary head coach Frank Lenti yesterday about their enduring success. This is going to be his 13th finals in his last 21 years. Maintain that year in and year out.
We're all about teaching the youngsters about responsibility and never being satisfied. You're always trying to be the best person, the best student, and best athlete you can be. And, you know, that's our motivation, is to make sure when our young men walk out of Mount Carmel High School that they understand that with hard work and perseverance and listening to the adults who care about you, you can do the kinds of things you have to do to be a success. And we want our parents to know that when their boys go on to college, they are now young men, and they will be responsible for themselves. They will go to school, and they will be, you know, having correct behavior in social settings, and they will act properly in the classroom as well.
Frank Lenti, much respect to him. He knows what he's talking about in helping those young men. Both the Bulls and the Bears have today off. Bulls visit the Sixers tomorrow. They'll wrap up their annual Circus Plays the United Center November road trip Saturday at New York. Hawks wrap up a 5-game road trip at Edmonton tomorrow night. Both these two teams have been suffering on the road. They can't wait to get back home.
Hey, wait a minute. As we were sitting here, it just occurred to me, you're the Bears fan, but you got a brother in New England who's a huge Patriots
We're from
fan.
New England. Yeah, he's just. I'll have to be on the phone with him all day Sunday because,
boy.
you know, the Bears are going to win this game. Sorry, I know the Patriots are favored by 3, but the Bears are going to win this game.
Trash talking starting already. All right, thanks, JR. When we come back, if toys are on your holiday shopping list, we'll suggest playthings that challenge the imagination.
But first, here's a look at tonight's primetime lineup.
We're challenging Honda and Toyota head-on at the Hyundai Challenge Year-End Sales Event. It's your last, best, biggest chance to get big cash back on a lineup that offers you better quality, better fuel efficiency, a better warranty, and better year-end savings on models like the award-winning Sonata. We're up to the challenge, and you'll put big cash back in your pocket, but only if you hurry.
Get a new Sonata V6 with $1,500 cash back or 1.9% APR.
Well, there was the field trip to the petting zoo. Gotcha! That's a fun way to learn about allergies. And then we had a sprained ankle from ice skating. And what's a slumber party without a chipped tooth? We've had a busy year. Luckily, Maggie's got health coverage through all kids. It's low cost or free, and it's good. And all uninsured kids in Illinois qualify, so you should check it out. Trust me, you're gonna need it. Hey, Maggie!
With Plunkett's Personal Preferences Custom Upholstery, our designers can help you create your own sofa in 3 easy steps. Choose your style, your arrangement. Choose your arm and base. Choose your own distinctive fabric or luxurious leather.
With our Personal Preferences Custom Furniture, we have the options to allow you to express your own sense of style.
One sofa, thousands of possibilities made just for you in about 30 days. Your style, your home from Plunkett.
I'm okay. It's a frenzy out here, but you are going to want to be here tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. to get unbelievable deals like these.
You won't believe the 5-hour specials starting at 6 a.m. at Menards. Get an 18-volt cordless tool set for only $59.99. Toy trucks from Tonka, just $4.87. DVDs for a low $2.98 each. Or a 13-foot multi-use ladder for only $57. Hurry, deals this big won't last long.
Tomorrow is one of the biggest shopping days of the year, and if your list includes toys, ABC7's Linda Yu may be able to help. She's got more winners of the Great American Toy Test. Today's topic, fantasy.
If you've already enjoyed Thanksgiving dinner, you might be thinking about starting your holiday shopping bright and early tomorrow. Thousands of people do. Now remember, 9,000 children across the country played with $100,000 worth of toys. These are the ones they chose in the fantasy category, toys that let them use their imaginations.
Can your child do a half pipe on a skateboard and not be in danger of getting hurt? Yes, if it's the Play TV skateboarding set. It looks like a skateboard.